talk about money, because starting next year, D1 athletes can finally get paid by their schools. But most women's lacrosse players won't really see a dime. And some of the best programs, they're opting out entirely. Let me explain. What is going on, everyone? Foss here with Foss Lacrosse. Let's chat about revenue sharing. What is revenue sharing? So here's what's changing. The NCAA just settled a massive antitrust lawsuit, and starting in 2025-2026 school year, D1 schools will be allowed to share up to $20.5 million a year with athletes directly. That money comes from things like TV deals, ticket sales, sponsorships, all the revenue sports bring in. And that $20.5 million cap, it goes up 4% every year for 10 years. So by 2035, it'll be closer to $30 million per school. So who's getting the money? Technically, that money can go to any athlete in any sport. But in reality, football and men's basketball will take the lion's share. And they bring in the most cash, so schools will prioritize them. But women's sports and non-revenue sports can get a piece if the school decides they're worth it. That's the part that matters. The biggest part about this, for women's lacrosse, that could be a huge opportunity, is right now teams are capped at 12 scholarships total. That means even elite programs can't give most players a full ride. But under these new rules, if the money is there, schools can fully fund all 38 players on the roster. Imagine your whole team getting full scholarships, their travel covered, all their gear upgraded. That could change everything. Let's check back into a reality here. Unless your school prioritizes women's lacrosse, that money is not coming your way. The current projections show that most women's lax players will get around $1,000 per year. Maybe a little more, but probably a little less. That could be a couple team dinners, maybe some new cleats for yourself, new shoes. Meanwhile, some football players could be walking away with $25 to $50K or more. And some of the top programs are opting out entirely. The Ivy League and the Patriot League, which includes powerhouse programs like Princeton, Yale, Army, Navy, Loyola, Boston University, have already said they're opting out of the revenue sharing. Why? They say they're sticking to the traditional model of amateurism, and also it's kind of complicated to pay out students. But translation is they don't want to pay them directly. But here's the problem. They still profit off of these athletes. They still use you in marketing, they still sell tickets, and now their players will be at a disadvantage compared to schools that opt in. And they won't get that unlimited full ride opportunity. But this isn't just about next season. This money is set to grow every year. So even if women's lax only sees a tiny cut of that, in 5 years, it could double or triple if schools decide to invest. That means the decisions being made right now could shape how the sport is funded for the next decade.